I just want to win so damn bad for our players and for Jacksonville. You know, the crowd was, you know, appreciate them coming out and the noise and we're going to get this thing going. I know I said that last week, but damn, they played hard. And, you know, our players played their asses off today. So just got to eliminate some mistakes and learn how to win. I'll answer questions.
Hey, Coach, you talked this week about needing to get that spark. It felt like that.
Sparks everywhere, man. Just
Yeah.
didn't do it.
How deflating can it be for the locker room when you have that sort of energy, I mean, at halftime and you aren't able to take advantage of it in the second half?
That's a great question, and we're going to find out. That's my job, to get them back and keep that energy going, because the energy, I'm telling you, the locker room's as good as locker rooms I've ever had. And I told them that. I appreciate them. We're coming back in a few days here and get ready for a road trip. And they played in heat, played a lot of plays against a talented team and cramping and all that stuff that goes with that kind of a ball game. But I just have too much belief in these players. I have belief that, you know, you think about against who's in that defensive front, and to march it down the field and come slamming off the ball like our offensive line did, and the backs running hard. And we just got to finish it.
Urban, do you feel like you're making progress, and do you balance? I mean, obviously it's a wins and losses business, but do you see progress that you want to see here heading in that direction?
Yeah, I see a lot of progress. Obviously, like you said, this is a production-based business we're all in, and you look on the one-loss column, it's not good. But yeah, I still believe we got a good enough team to make some moves this year and win some games. So I do believe we're making progress.
Urban, is there any concern? Are you starting to get concerned about Trevor's mentality, confidence at all? I mean, I think 7, 8 turnovers in the first 3 games.
Yeah, I worry about everything. But Trevor's a unique individual, and he competes competed his tail off. We just gotta. That's something that when something's not there, throw it away. And one of them was not his fault. One was a drop pass. Can't do that with a young quarterback. Can't do that. That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable with an old quarterback, but you just can't do that. And it just drives you nuts. So no, I'm worried about it, but like I said, I'm worried about everything. He's a unique cat now. I know what he's going to be like tomorrow. Same way he was last week. He's one of the most consistent players I've been around.
You were able to find the soft spots in Arizona's secondary, and Lawrence looks a little bit more comfortable in the pocket. Do you believe it's just a bad, unfortunate interceptions or exhaustion that led to the third quarter explosion?
The third quarter, I can barely hear you.
My apologies. Lawrence has more rapport in the pocket. He looks a little bit more comfortable, and you were able to find soft spots in Arizona's secondary. You were up at the half. Do you think the reason for the end of the third quarter, the fourth quarter, was due to the lack of depth at corner or heat?
The lack of depth at corner?
Henderson and Herndon didn't play today.
Oh, yeah. Worried about that. Yeah. I thought they hung in there, and one, you know, I got to go back. I just remember looking up, and it looked like you just floated the ball in the air, and we didn't make a play on it. Yeah, I'm worried about our depth at corner. With CJ and Trey, we get Trey back, and I think CJ's back this week too, so we should be full strength next week.
Urban offensive line wasn't very good, and Josh Lambo, you backed him last week. You have to do something there this week.
You say offensive line?
Offensive line was very mediocre, and obviously gave up a couple of key on a couple of the turnovers, gave up some pressures.
I don't know that. I'll get you more information after watching. I just thought that it was one of the best performances against a good defensive front, pushing the ball. How many? I didn't even look at the stats. 2 sacks, and then one was a pressure on that pick 6. We'll discuss the line. I thought, I kind of thought we controlled the line of scrimmage, but I'll let you know on Monday, I guess, when we talk. Lambo, I made that comment, man. The guy he's the hardest working specialist I've ever had, but it's also reality where now we're missing extra points. So I'm not sure what we're going to do, but I'm like everybody. I want to see him make it because he works so damn hard at it.
Did you sign off on the flea flicker before they went out on it?
No, I sign off on everything. So.
Did you like that play call there? Can you said before that if you're gonna do a trick play, it needs to have an element of surprise. It's a lot easier to do from your own 20 than maybe the opposing 40.
Yeah, I always tell Bev to be aggressive. As I've always told my coordinators all along the years is, let me be the overruler of, be the aggressive guy. And I heard it come over the headset, and I obviously I didn't stop it. And then I looked up and I saw DJ behind the defense. We were behind him. It was a big one. And then I look up and the ball is picked. So, it's the decision I've made a long time ago is be aggressive, and you got to be smart, but be aggressive.
Urban, James Robinson finally breaks out today. What was the conversation between you and the playback here with the play callers as far as getting him the ball, and how can you evaluate his performance today as well as Carlos?
I thought he was fantastic. He's been practicing like that. He had I thought Carlos ran hard. I couldn't be more, just probably need to give him the ball even a little bit more. But yeah, that was impressive, especially who you're playing. That team's a good team, and just had them on their heels, and I think it was 8 straight runs, in that third quarter. So yeah, those guys are running hard, and we're going to continue to get them the ball.
Kind of going along with Mark's question to combine them then. Were you surprised after 8 straight runs that then on the next play the flea flicker was called, knowing how well the run game was going?
I think I just answered that. That it's, you look back now, and it's going to be a hard one to get out of my mind. But it's, you also want creativity in your offense, which I'm always pushing those guys very hard on that. I'm pushing the aggressiveness before every game. Be aggressive. And then if, it's my job to say if it's not there, don't do that.
Urban, what'd you see on Agnew's 109-yard return, and what was it like getting that set up when you realized that Kingsbury was going to go for the 68-yarder?
Well, I couldn't believe they were going to kick it. And our Nick Sorensen said he can hit. He saw him in the pre-practice hitting him in pregame, hit him at 63 without really swinging hard. I've never seen that in my life. So we had it set up. We practiced that. We worked it, and that kid's a dynamic guy with the ball in his hand. Agnew, glad we got him. The same thing we saw. That's why we went after him in free agency. That's a game changer, and he's an even better guy than he is a player. So, we got to find ways to. We got to get him loose on a punt return. That we haven't done that yet.
Urban, I'm just wondering if you're able to say anything to Trevor, not only after the flea flicker went awry, but just after the game in general, because certainly he'll take a lot of the blame on himself with the 3 turnovers, even though, as you said, one of them wasn't really his fault.
3 turnovers.
I'm sorry?
That was just 2.
4. 2 fumbles.
Oh, sorry. But did you say anything to Trevor just to make sure that there's not any, loss of confidence or anything, or that
I
he's
haven't
shaken
had a
up by
chance. We just did this, and I came right in, so I will grab him.
How about after the flea flicker? Say anything?
I just grabbed him afterwards. I can't remember what I said to him, but we got a great relationship, and our coaches all do, and the players love him to death. So yeah, he's going to continue to get better, and we're going to go win a game with him.
Did you feel like that was one where you probably should have just thrown it away?
I haven't seen a film of it yet. That's what it looked like to me when I looked up at the board. But
Coach, just through the first 3 games with Trevor, just what you can say about assessing his play up to this point, his leadership up to this point, as you look at the big picture stepping into a short week.
Big picture, other than score, leadership, intangibles, the work ethic, the character, the desire to be great, his teammates, his support from his teammates, his support of other teammates. He's a very unique guy, one that I've been very fortunate to coach some elite players, and he's one of the most elite, just the way he handles himself. And like I said, he's a 2nd or 3rd most votes on the team as a rookie quarterback. The players love him. They see what I see. They see what the world's going to see, and that's a hell of a player that cares deeply for Jacksonville, cares deeply for his teammates. It's a refreshing guy to be around every day, and he will get better. I guarantee you that.
With Florida National News. What do you What are you focusing on for the team to improve upon heading into Thursday's game?
Like, first I got to get him healthy, and that was a tough go today. So I'm going to go from here and just start getting ready for that game. And then my big thing is about just the health, how we're going to get these guys hydrated up and ready for a good team with Cincinnati. So the focus is just, the focus going into this one, they need some big plays, and we made them. And obviously not enough, so that's going to be the focus. Just need to learn how to, I think twice now, we were winning at halftime, right?
Yeah.
And then last week, we should have been winning at halftime, and it's just the second half, I guess, would be the focus, right? So what was the score at halftime? 13-7. 13-7, yeah. Thanks.